Hello to all astrology lovers. In this video, we'll discuss the transit of the planet Mercury through the zodiac sign Aquarius, which takes place from January 28th to February 14th, 2025. And before we look at the specifics of this transit, let's talk about the planet Mercury in general. Let's remember what Mercury represents in astrology and what it symbolizes. It's very important to understand that the energy of Mercury moves very quickly. This is our personal planet, one of the key planets that symbolizes our intellect, communication, thinking, and learning, and it is responsible for our adaptation. It rules the signs Gemini and Virgo in the horoscope. It is also connected to the third house, the house of communication, close surroundings, and learning. And the sixth house, the house of work, health, and the routine processes in our lives. Well, Mercury in general symbolizes our mind, logic. It is responsible for our analytical abilities, speech, writing, and the exchange of information, as well as our perception. It is connected to trade and transportation, technologies, all kinds and forms of communication. It is Mercury that is responsible for how we express our thoughts, how we communicate with others, and how we perceive information. It is connected to our mental abilities, logic and analysis, the ability to learn. And Mercury in general helps us adapt to new situations, respond quickly, and find solutions fast. It governs the processes of exchange in our lives. It's not just about goods, but also the exchange of ideas. Mercury can also be retrograde 3 to 4 times a year, and this is a time when we review certain processes in our lives and relationships. We experience some repetitions, corrections, and mistakes, and during such periods, difficulties arise specifically with communication, technology, and transportation. Well, Mercury is basically always the energy of movement, flexibility, curiosity, and intellect. It governs our thoughts, words, and the choices we make in how we communicate and how we perceive the world around us. What is special about Mercury specifically in the zodiac sign of Aquarius? First of all, it brings us original, unconventional ways of thinking, approaches to communication, and perceptions of the world. So this position, this transit of Mercury in Aquarius, it gives us an enhanced, analytical, progressive mind, a desire for intellectuality, diversity, independence, and novelty of Mercury in this sign. He has the ability to think outside the framework of traditional forms, of norms, and customs. And of course, that makes it very good. As we say, we will be solving problems as innovators during this transit. We will be receiving a large number of new ideas, approaches, solutions, and insights that will truly be unique, even revolutionary for everyday life. The characteristics of energy manifestations. Mercury in Aquarius is very innovative, very creative. It tends to think in unconventional ways, exploring new paths, new solutions, original ideas, and original concepts. This, of course, is primarily reflected in scientific, technological, and progressive fields and projects. It's about intelligence, independence, and it manifests specifically in communication through the expression of unique opinions, which are not always accepted by society. It's about broad interests, about diversity, a multitude of different topics for discussions. Here, there is logic, there is objectivity and analysis, but precisely from the point of view of whole systems, not individual ones. And of course, here feelings and emotions take a backseat. In general, the Mercury Aquarius transit can create situations where we will be involved in new projects. We will be immersed in new ideas. We can initiate technological projects, social changes, and innovations. And overall, this is the perfect transit for launching startups and businesses, researching new concepts in science or developing unique solutions in any area of life. There may also be situations where misunderstandings or a feeling of loneliness arises because unconventional ideas and views are not always accepted right away. They may be too radical for a traditional environment. And here, of course, such misunderstandings can occur. Social and group communications will be activated. So here, you can step up and show your leadership potential in large groups, especially when it comes to progressive revolutionary movements and ideas. Conflicts can arise here due to your personal independence, especially in situations of interaction with conservative people or authoritative figures. Well, there can also be participation in some global or humanitarian initiatives because, after all, this is Aquarius. And these are topics of social justice, improving the lives of society, issues of equality, independence, and human rights. So, maybe for you, during this transit, opportunities will open up for participating in social activities, in movements or in environmental initiatives or in scientific research. So everything that is aimed at the good of society. Now let's look at the main aspects that Mercury will make during the transit in the zodiac sign of Aquarius. First, it will start its transit by aspecting the Sun and will be preparing for the conjunction. The transit will also begin with the conjunction of Mercury and Pluto in Aquarius, and this conjunction will bring very intense transformative situations related to communication, thinking, and perception of the world, meaning the aspect activates a deep insight. Our ability to penetrate the essence of things thanks to Pluto reveals hidden truths, secrets, and non-obvious connections between various phenomena of Mercury with Pluto. They enhance our analytical abilities, allowing us to uncover our depths and the underlying mechanisms of the processes we encounter. This can manifest in both personal life and in the business sphere. Here, with this aspect, we can get involved in situations where we have the opportunity to uncover the hidden motives of other people. And also, there may be situations here when we can strongly influence a large number of people through our speech, words, or thoughts. Here, communication in this aspect becomes a very powerful tool that breaks down old, outdated ideas and structures, and at the same time, it provides the opportunity to create something new, whether in personal life or in the business sphere. And the only thing that is negative here is that the connection can give manipulation through words, through convictions, through ideas, because Pluto is it tends to push us towards secrecy or control. Regarding the conjunction of Mercury with the Sun in Aquarius, situations arise where our thoughts and communications become particularly vivid, active, and noticeable thanks to the Sun. And in this period, in this aspect, we tend to be more confident in our ideas. We are looking for new, non-standard ways to solve various issues and approaches to our lives. And at this time, we have a growing desire to share our thoughts, exchange knowledge, and participate in various discussions and debates. And this also brings significant insights and discoveries. At this connection, we may experience increased insight, the ability to identify new connections. The Sun will shine a light on this for us. And there may also be situations when it's easier for us to convey our ideas to the people around us. We may find that our opinions have a very strong influence on others. And especially if our ideas, our thoughts carry some original or unconventional perspectives. This aspect is great for giving presentations, speaking publicly, and communicating with large groups of people. Here, you can assert yourself through your thoughts and ideas. The exact aspect will be on February 9th. On February 1st, Mercury forms a trine with retrograde Jupiter in Gemini. Jupiter is still in retrograde for just a couple more days. However, this aspect creates situations where there's an opportunity to revisit and expand your thoughts and perspectives, especially regarding some past experiences or knowledge. And this is a very favorable aspect for such deep analysis, for rethinking some ideas, relationships, for restoration and improvement of some old projects that may be related to learning, communication, travel, teaching activities, and information exchange. So during this time, we can remember important details that can be used right now to move forward and develop various areas of life. In general, the aspect activates the possibility to reassess our beliefs, our views on life, worldviews. It kind of gives us a chance to deepen our understanding of certain concepts in our lives. And we are kind of open to gaining knowledge specifically through conversations with other people, with mentors, by educators and specialists in various fields. And the only thing is, considering that Jupiter is still in retrograde, there might be some delays, and there may be a need to make adjustments to previously made decisions. Situations may arise where it's necessary to revisit, clarify, or reset something. Especially regarding learning, particularly in matters of information exchange, or it could relate to long-distance travel. On February 8th, we have a square between Mercury and direct Uranus in Taurus. And this aspect already gives a certain tension between our desire for thought to act unconventionally, revolutionarily according to Uranus, and the need for stability, practicality, and our material values. After all, this is the zodiac sign Taurus. The aspect can bring unexpected, sharp changes, especially related to communication, the sphere of communication, finances, or our value system. Mercury in Aquarius is focused on original progressive ideas, while Uranus in Taurus is aimed specifically at practical implementation of these ideas. Of these ideas in real life, and especially in the context of the material and financial sphere. And here the energies will collide as if in conflict, and can give a sense of a gap between our ideas and our reality. And of course, there will be difficulties in decision making. Very unexpected, unpredictable situations will arise. There may be harsh statements here. There may be misinterpreted. Some provocative ideas may be misinterpreted. There may be protests against some established norms. And this can also arise very unexpectedly, unpredictably. There may be shocking statements both in society and in our everyday lives, as well as in personal matters and in the business sphere. And of course, statements can create conflicts, misunderstandings can arise, and there may be dissatisfaction from other people who are not ready to accept radical changes. Let's say on the level of finances, personal values, there may be impulsive decisions here that are not typical for us in everyday life. And there may also be unexpected financial decisions related to changes at work, purchases, and investments. Again, for whom, what area is relevant? And in general, the square between Mercury and Uranus can still stimulate an explosion of creativity. In fact, in our life, because Mercury is in Adeli, he is just so original, non-standard, and Uranus gives this unexpectedness. He gives like insights, revelations, and you need to be very sensitive here to catch this information, this energy, and use it to your advantage. On the same day, we have a conjunction with the asteroid Ceres, and this conjunction will create situations where attention to information, and communication will intertwine with themes of care and emotional support. So this is a time when ideas will be activated for us that relate to well-being and caring for other people. And we might approach the themes of care, motherhood, family care, and resilience differently here, and in ecology and in the social sphere. And this is where we will need to look for such non-standard methods, such unconventional methods, and the tools for helping and supporting those around us. Of course, this can play out more in the public sphere, in the social sphere, but also in our personal lives, in our daily routine. We will want to share more knowledge about how to express our support, how to establish emotional balance, and how to care for other people. This may also be related to themes of help, nutrition, comfort, everything aimed at improving our lives, especially with those people we closely interact with whom we have close ties. Calm music. If we talk in the context of society, there are relevant questions about how to improve care systems in society or how to create new support programs for people in need. At the same time, during these days, we will also have a trine with the black moon. And here, there will be situations of a completely different format when our communications, our thought processes will be closely intertwined with the shadow side of our lives, with the hidden aspects of our personality, perhaps with the activation of inner fears. So we may encounter in this aspect with situations when we not only gain insights into our vision, but we also start to realize some hidden or suppressed aspects of our thinking and emotional perception. The black moon, it symbolizes hidden anxieties, some invisible barriers, and hidden energetic blocks. And it may force us to face these very things. But because this is a harmonious aspect, these energies are supportive, and they will help us dive into these topics more gently. On the day of the full moon, February 12th, Mercury forms a square with the asteroid Juno, creating some tension in the area of relationships, especially in the context of partnerships and mutual commitments. This aspect can lead to conflicts and misunderstandings related to how we perceive our role in relationships or how we agree on our responsibilities. And the aspect provides energy when our logic and communication through Mercury may clash with the expectations and demands of our partner that differ from our expectations. And this can lead to misunderstandings. It can create difficulties in communication. We may feel in this aspect that our ideas, our views on commitments, shared goals don't align. They create disagreements. One side in the relationship, for example, may strive for some progressive, unconventional approaches to relationships. The other, on the contrary, adheres to traditional views, and against this backdrop, conflicting energy arises. Of course, it is very important here to be flexible and still reach a compromise. Well, now let's take a look. The transit of Mercury. The sign of Aquarius for the 12 zodiac signs. Aries, the transit of Mercury in bodily is happening in your 11th house of the horoscope and activates several key aspects. This relates to situations that affect your personal life and your social interactions. In general, the 11th house is associated with groups, friends, social organizations, or community projects. This transit will enhance your need to communicate with people who share similar values and goals. During this period, you may find yourself really focused on seeking new contacts and strengthening your social ties, meaning ideas, for communication with friends and groups. Moreover, specifically The focus will be on innovative ideas, unconventional approaches, projects, perspectives and thoughts, various intellectual discussions. Here you can create and launch truly new projects, startups, and businesses that are aimed at improving the common good. Any social initiatives, any collective endeavors. In addition, there is a very good interaction happening in social networks and online projects, especially wherever there is technology. And just like that, smoking also provides supportive energies. In the minus, it can give a crisis of expectations, and especially this may manifest in personal relationships or in friendships. Here, it can lead to negative outcomes. Calm music. Situations, problematic situations with communication or misunderstandings in the group, for example, when you have some creative, unusual, unconventional idea, but the team you are working with is not ready to accept it, to perceive it right now. And this is how a clash of views and opinions happens. Disagreements arise. In order to ground this energy, the energy of this transit, it is essential, first of all, to verify any information. It is important to carefully analyze any information before making a decision. Avoid such unjustified risks, because after all, it's the energy of Aquarius. We also talk about unpredictability, unconventionality, and risks. It's essential to try to implement the ideas that come during this transit into your life. Only engage in constructive discussions and debates, especially if it's group discussions. Well, and in principle, pay attention to your friendly relationships, your team activities or participation in some social initiatives, charitable initiatives. It's really good to focus on such areas of life during this transit. I wish you success. Subscribe, like, and share this video. Bye-bye.